Hey friends, I'm Corina and welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday and we are talking about 3 challenges which will help to get your New Year's finances a little refresh. Let's go ahead and take a look at the challenges. Alright guys, so today I just want to share 3 different ways that you can challenge yourself and take control of your finances. Now, these things are definitely not things that you want to do, I think, on a consistent basis. However, they're a good way to give you like a jump start in your finances, and especially if you're starting with budgeting for the first time and you haven't really followed a specific plan before, or say it's the first year you've set financial goals for yourself or your family. So the first one is to go on a no spend, which means that you will pick specific categories that you typically spend on throughout the month, and you will not spend on those items for a specific number of days. You could do this for a week, you could do it for 2 weeks, you could do it for a full month. And you want to choose categories that are not necessities for you. So anything that is an extra spending, say date nights or personal spending, or say like you have a coffee budget. Any of those types of categories would be perfect to do a no spend on, because they're not things that you have to pay for, or your quality of life suffers, right? They're not groceries. So those are 3 examples of how to do a no spend, or what categories to choose for a no spend. So that's the first challenge that I would have you do, is a no spend. Now, again, you can do this for a specific number of days. You can take it day by day. You can try 7 days and say if you make it to the 7 days, you'll go for another 7 days. However you want to break it up and really try it out, and whatever makes sense for you. So the second challenge is a pantry challenge. So it's basically to eat any of the food that is left in your pantry or refrigerator, and you really truly do have to get creative with this one. I know sometimes you can end up with like just odds and ends and like cans of random things in your pantry. And so this challenge will help you to eat through those weird things, and it'll also force you to be creative while also paring down your grocery budget. So with this one, what we'll do is we'll eat whatever like canned goods we have, or dried goods. We'll eat things from our freezer. Say if we have like meat stocked up in our freezer, or like right now, I know right now we have like chili beans, so I would make like a thing of chili or something like that. And then we'd eat whatever's in our fridge. So then your challenge is to not go to the grocery store until you have like nothing left to eat, basically. And I know for a lot of people, we could get by quite a long time with not having to go to the grocery store, but I know for myself, I just go to the grocery store out of habit pretty much every week. So this is a great challenge if you want to pare down your grocery budget, or if you need to cut back in your budget somewhere, but you don't really know a place to do it. You don't really feel like you have any extra money to cut back. This is a great way to do that. So try a pantry challenge, and again, I think it's just something fun and creative, and it gets your whole family thinking a little bit differently. There's definitely lots of places to find great recipes to use with those kind of odds and ends things that you have. You can go on Pinterest. I know there's a specific like website where if you put in what ingredients you have, they'll come up with recipes for you. I'll try and link that below. But those are great resources for you. So, or even just Google. You can just Google dinner with, I don't know, pineapple or something. So give that a try if that's a challenge that sounds like it would work for you. Alright guys, and the third challenge that I have for you today is a spending freeze. Now, this is different than a no spend, in that a spending freeze means that you try to not spend money for as long as possible, basically. So what you would do is say for 7 days we're going to go on a spending freeze. We're not going to spend any money on anything for 7 days, unless of course we have to pay a bill. We'll pay the bills, but we won't spend money on anything else. Now, that does include things like necessities, so you wouldn't be going to the grocery store, you wouldn't be buying gas, things like that. Obviously, if you get to a point where you're like running on E and you have to go to work, get gas. But a spending freeze helps you to really pare back and see what things that you just kind of run out and spend on without really thinking about it, or without it being a true necessity for your life. So spending freeze is a great one, and it's something similar to a no spend in that you can choose however many days you'd like to do it, or whatever will work for your family. So that is challenge number 3, is to try a spending freeze. Alright guys, so those are the 3 challenges that I have for you to give your New Year's finances a refresh. I know these challenges and these types of things have helped my husband and I when we've been at a time in our financial journey where we want to pare down on our spending and maybe pay off a little bit extra on a debt that we're paying on, or when we were working towards our emergency fund, we would do things like this because it really helped us to not spend money and to break the habits and the cycles of just running out and spending money that we were used to doing. So those are really, that behavior and like that just like ingrained nature of spending money is really the root of financial issues much of the time, right? And so if you don't change that habit and those habits and that behavior, then it doesn't matter how much money you make, because your habits won't be different, your behavior won't be different, you won't have learned anything. You'll still have the same habits, you'll just have more money. So I encourage you guys to give these a try, and again, you know, it's just, I think it's a trial and error thing to see what works best for you and to see what sticks for you. And again, just try and have fun with it. It's not something that's meant to punish you, something that's meant to challenge you and to give you a little boost up in your financial journey for the new year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Corina once again, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I will see you on Wednesday. Have a great day.